Have you ever felt like there's a part of you you're hiding? Maybe it shows up when you feel triggered for no reason, when you lash out, shut down, or spiral into shame. Or maybe it's subtler, a quiet feeling that you're not quite being your full self. What if I told you that the freedom you crave, the clarity, the confidence, the connection, is not in fixing yourself, but in facing what you've buried? Stick around, because in this video, we're answering the question, what is shadow work, and why is it one of the most powerful tools for a woman on a healing journey? Shadow work is the practice of meeting the parts of yourself you've rejected, ignored, or denied. The term shadow comes from the work of Swiss psychologist Carl Jung, who believed that we all carry a hidden self, the unconscious side of our personality, shaped by childhood, society, and painful experiences. These are not always bad parts. They are often our most powerful, tender, creative aspects that we were taught to hide. Anger, desire, grief, fear, even ambition. Shadow work invites you to meet these parts not with judgment, but with compassion. For centuries, women have been conditioned to be nice, quiet, and selfless. We've been told to smile through pain, to dim our light, to silence our rage. We've learned to perform for safety, to be palatable, pleasant, agreeable. As a result, many of us have internalized a deep fear of our own power. Shadow work is a rebellion against that conditioning. It is a return to wholeness. It is how we reclaim the parts of us we were told were too much. Your shadow might hold the girl who was told she was too loud, the woman who was shamed for saying no, the child who learned that crying made her a burden. It might hold jealousy, resentment, rage, or even self-hatred. But here's the truth. Your shadow does not make you broken. It makes you real. It makes you whole. As author Clarissa Pinkola Estes said, the doors to the world of the wild self are few but precious. If you have a deep scar, that is a door. When you ignore your shadow, it doesn't disappear. It controls you in the dark. You might project it onto others, sabotage your own success, or shrink your voice in moments that matter. Avoiding the shadow leads to cycles of burnout, resentment, perfectionism, and people-pleasing. But when you meet the shadow with love, you begin to break those patterns. You reclaim your voice, your vitality, your fire. Research in modern psychology supports this. Emotional integration, the process of making peace with our inner parts, is directly linked to higher well-being, stronger relationships, and increased self-esteem. You begin to respond instead of react. You become less afraid of judgment. You stop performing and start living. Think of women like Frida Kahlo, who painted her pain without apology, or Audre Lorde, who turned anger into art and activism. Even in pop culture, we see it. When Beyoncé created Lemonade, she didn't hide her betrayal or heartbreak. She transmuted it into power. These women did shadow work. Whether consciously or not, they faced their wounds and turned them into wisdom. You don't need a therapist to start shadow work, though one can be helpful. You can begin by noticing your triggers. Journal what emotions come up when you feel dismissed, disrespected, or unseen. Ask yourself, what part of me feels abandoned here? What does she need? Shadow work is not about blaming yourself. It's about holding space for your full humanity. In many spiritual traditions, darkness is not evil. It is sacred. It is the womb, the soil, the night sky where stars are born. Your shadow is not here to hurt you. It is here to guide you home. When you do shadow work, you begin to feel whole again. You stop seeking validation from the outside. You stop fearing your emotions. You become the woman who is not afraid of herself. And that is a woman the world cannot control. If you want to grow, to thrive, to lead a life that is aligned and empowered, shadow work is not optional. It is the medicine, the mirror, the doorway back to your truest self. So ask yourself today, what part of me have I been afraid to meet? Because the moment you meet her, you begin to free her. If this video moved you, please like it, share it, and comment below. What part of yourself are you ready to reclaim? And don't forget to subscribe for more soul-deep conversations. Thank you for being here with me in Sacred Flame Sisterhood. You are not too much. You are becoming whole.